today without his longtime partner, Emanuel Stewart.
When I first started boxing, people told me I was too skinny to be a boxer. I should not box because I was too small.
In 1970, this small, skinny 12-year-old met a Detroit trainer by the name of Emanuel Stewart.
In Detroit, we have a thing called our Parks and Recreation little tournament, which I am a product of myself. Then he went on to pass my record. That was an indication at that stage even of what type of a boxer he would become, and eventually what has led him to become one of the all-time greats.
Under Stewart's tutelage, Thomas Hearns did become one of the all-time greats. In his 16-year career, he won a record-tying 6 world titles in 5 different weight divisions, fighting the best in a generation of great fighters.
When I was coming along, it was like everybody was in one weight division. When it was like Marvin Hagler, Randy Thomas Hearns in the same division. Now that put excitement. That meant that when we were all together, we took over. We took over the heavyweight division, and that was like the first time heavyweight division became secondary.
But in 1991, after an acrimonious dispute, Tommy Hearns and Emanuel Stewart ended their relationship of over 20 years.
It's been like a father and son relationship. All of his life, it's been always Emanuel this, Emanuel told you what to do, Emanuel told you what not to do, Emanuel shows you how to open your checking account, Emanuel tells you where to put your money, Emanuel tells you what to buy. And every kid wants to, kind of grow up on his own.
We finally decided that we were going to go our separate way because that was a learning experience for me. I needed to do that in order to learn what I know today.
Without Stewart, Hearns fought only twice in 2.5 years, winning, then losing the WBA light heavyweight title.
The main thing, I guess, being away and knowing that I have to go into the corner and not hearing his voice there. When I was used to hearing his voice telling me, well, see, like this fight is close, you gotta get in there and you gotta take control.
Since then, the two men have been able to put their differences behind them.
I just I said to myself, I said, here's a man that I spent the majority of my life with, that I learned everything from. And it's sorry to say that we have to break up because of a dispute that we was having.
We're both more matured. We understand each other better, and we appreciate each other better, I think, now. Because, we're through that stage where, we left, and I appreciate him a lot more, and he appreciates me a lot more because we had a chance to see what the other side was like.
Now, with Stewart back in his corner, Hearns is pursuing his 7th world title. Fighting at 190 pounds, he has won both his bouts in the first round.
Right hand by Tommy Hearns, and down goes Ward.
But despite their new relationship, the two still have their awkward moments.
I hate when we go out, like we go out to eat or something like that, and he eats with his hands, and he'll reach over your hand, and you'll play there and start eating your food with his hand.
I'm a country boy. We go out sometimes, nice restaurants, and we order food. The other time I started eating with my hand, I said, there's certain things you have to eat with your hands. At least I'm comfortable.
I guess the relationship that we had, before we broke up, we was like a father and son type deal. And together it seemed like we made magical things happen. And we keep that up. I think that the relationship will be back like normal again.
And we have the same problem with the fight doctor eats with his hands, mashed potatoes. Tommy Hearns and Emanuel Stewart, a winning combination. Stewart credits the 1.5-year layoff following Hearns' punishing defeat at the hands of Iran Barkley in March of '92 to his rejuvenation. It was the first time in 15 or 20 years, according to Emanuel, that Tommy's body had a chance to heal and rest. And because of his aggressive nature in the ring, his fortitude, and his overall staying power, boxing fans have had a love affair with Tommy Hearns. An incredible 6 world titles, classic battles with Sugar Ray Leonard, marvelous Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran. The list goes on and on. Freddie, what do you see as Hearns' options after tonight?
Well, I think clearly that he's after the cruiserweight title, and Bobby Ches, if he should win it, and I think he will, off of what I saw tonight, I think Bobby will win the title, are headed for a very big showdown. It would be a beautiful evening with two guys that are charismatic and can box as well as these two guys do. I think Tommy Hearns is one of the most exciting fighters I've seen in the history of my being around boxing, which is now getting to be around 40 years.
Well, I've asked Emanuel Stewart if this was a gamble. What do you expect here tonight against a puncher?
You know, that's the best thing of this whole thing. I really don't know what to expect. I expect Tommy to come out and take over aggressively and knock out Delgado, but Delgado punches, and he punches very hard. He's got a big knockout record, and he's looking to get started fast. He knows what he's got in front of him. He knows he can get him, like Terry Norris just got a surprise knockout at the hands of Simon the other night, because these guys can't take a punch anymore. Neither can Terry Norris, neither can Tommy Hearns. So it's going to be a very nervous time for Emanuel Stewart and Hearns. I look forward to an exciting first round.
All right, let's take our first look at the challenger. 30-year-old Freddie Delgado, born in Trujillo Alto, Puerto Rico, lives in Miami now. He's 19-2-1 with 18 KOs in tonight. His first fight since October 19th, 1991, when he lost a second-round TKO to Prince Charles Williams for the IBF Light Heavyweight Championship.
Ready to rumble. Salsa. No, no, salsa.
Freddie Delgado, whose only other defeat, aside from Prince Charles Williams, back in April of '89, when Michael Moore stopped him in the first round for the WBO Light Heavyweight Championship. So Delgado, no stranger to championship atmosphere, but he's never been in there with a fighter as prominent as Tommy Hearns. And here is the NABF Cruiserweight Champion, 35-year-old Tommy the Hit Man Hearns, holder of 6 world titles in 5 different weight classes, looking to stay active and get closer to an eventual shot at an incredible 7th world title. Hearns comes off the first round KO of Dan Ward in Las Vegas less than 1 month ago to win the vacant NABF crown.
Check with your trainer and get a fight. Ain't no time to be work. Tommy Smooth so fast, you think all of this storms in. You should have still with the you know the difference is too much. You get your big truck, open your eyes, game respect the game. You better feel how to recognize. Ain't no pretend, they make it real. When it's
for many of these fans to see this man for the first time in their lives. He comes in straight ahead, poker face. The Detroit ring legend, Tommy Hearns, 52-4-1 with 42 knockouts. The career-long romance between fans and the Hitman dates back to 1977. Hearns says he'll know when it's time to hang him up. Until then, the final chapter in his distinguished career has yet to be written. And let's check the numerical breakdown and look at the tail of the tape. Hearns at 35, 5 years older than Delgado. The 2-inch height advantage for the 6'1" Hearns. Hearns checked in at 184 3/4, Delgado 186 1/4, and a 4-inch reach advantage for Tommy Hearns. And to the rules for this NABF title fight: 10-point must system, 3 judges scoring the fight, no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight, and a fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the last round. So here at the Charlotte Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina, we are closing in on the NABF Cruiserweight Championship. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, before our featured bout at this time, we'd like to ask you to rise for the singing of our national anthem. My pleasure to hand over the microphone to gentlemen to lead us here tonight. Please welcome the fine vocalist, David Ball. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Charlotte Coliseum for the Charlotte Showdown, the main event brought to you by Don King Productions and Corona Beer. This bout is sanctioned by the North American Boxing Federation. The president and supervisor at ringside is Dick Cole. Along with the Charlotte Boxing Commission, the chairman Al Mandel, commissioners Harold Hall and Ed Smith. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Jerome Howard. Timekeepers at the bell, we have Marge Hammond and Brenda Smith. Introducing to you the judges at ringside, Leo Johnson, Johnny Richardson, and Maria Rosen. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime! The NABF Cruiserweight Championship scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you the referee in charge of this bout, Lawrence Cole. Introducing to you first, on my left, is the challenger fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing black trunks with pink trim and hailing from Trujillo, Puerto Rico. He weighed in at 186 1/4 pounds, and his fine record includes 19 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, with 18 big wins coming by way of knockout. Welcome the hard-hitting challenger, Freddie Delgado. Across the ring is the defending champion on my right, fighting out of the red corner. Entering the ring wearing gold trunks with red trim and fighting out of the Kronk Gym in Detroit, Michigan. His weight, 184 3/4 pounds. His record, 52 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, with 42 big wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the legendary 6-time world champion in 5 weight divisions and the current NABF Cruiserweight champion, introducing Thomas Hit Man Hearns. Once again, here's your referee in charge, Lawrence Cole.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the North American Boxer Weight Cruiserweight title. I gave your instructions in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourselves and obey my commands at all times. Understood? Let's touch them up and good luck. Buena suerte.
All right, nice final touch by Lawrence Cole, the referee, offering buena suerte. Good luck to Delgado as he faces Hearns, and he'll probably need lots of buena suerte against the legendary Hearns. Well,
it's never a sure thing when you're at the end of the career like Hearns, because your chin is suspect. And so let's see what happens.
Just about to ask you, is Hearns taking a risk tonight, taking on a puncher? Delgado has 18 knockouts in 22 fights.
He certainly does, and if Delgado doesn't get mesmerized by that Cobra-like jab of Hearns, he's got some kick in his hands, and Hearns has shown over the last 4 or 5 years, he floats as soon as they hit him. He just waves in the wind. So the hitman's got to take command and go right over this guy if he hopes to obviate that possibility.
Delgado told us today, when Emmanuel Stewart scouted me, I got knocked out in the first round by Michael Moore, which was followed by 2 years of inactivity due to managerial problems. But he says Emmanuel Stewart, who has, years of knowledge and experience in this game, cannot be easily duped. So we'll see what happens here. Delgado says to beat Tommy Hearns, you need 3 things. Number 1, heart. Number 2, guts. I clean that up because it is a family show. And number 3, you got to be able to punch.
Well, so far he's got the first 2, but he certainly hasn't done any punching. And that's exactly the opposite of what he told me in the dressing room. He says, I'm going to take that first round and get there before he gets anxious and starts on me. And so far he's thrown nothing. That's the first little punch he threw and he missed.
Hearns told us he's just looking to stay busy. There he goes, Delgado on the seat of his pants here in the first.
Delgado was waiting to get hit, and he got hit. I mean, that was the silliest opening for a fight. He had the right game plan before. Come out here and wing it with this guy. Instead, he was trying to outbox a master boxer.
And now Hearns looking to end it in the first round.
You cannot outbox Tommy Hearns. He's a fantastically good boxer. And then when he gets you in his sights, boy, is he a bomber. This kid didn't even throw a good hard punch at Hearns.
Hearns looking to string together back-to-back first-round knockouts. Less than a minute remaining in the first round.
All right, break. No punching, no punching.
If you don't get Hearns,
let go.
He's more than likely going to come back and get you.
Well, that's been his history. He's a bomber. Ooh, he just missed a hook that would have put him on his pants. Would put Delgado out. 3 hooks he missed in a row here.
Delgado told us he's gambling the future of his wife and kids on this fight.
Now he's starting to wing it. See, now he's starting to fight the fight he should have fought right at the beginning. Hearns is not fighting while the other guy is punching. While Delgado's punching, Hearns is just kind of taking those punches on the ropes. That's been his problem. He needs space to punch. He needs to box.
Final seconds, round 1. Delgado put on the canvas in this first round, but comes back.
Corner says, the guy said, was I down? And the corner just said, you got to play it out. You got to gamble. You got to go with that right hand.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
This is a perfect right hand.
Right here. Guard.
Now watch him measure. Right there. Now watch. Boom. That measuring is, by the way, illegal, but he measured him, and the other guy just stayed mesmerized, like if he was looking at a snake charmer. But you see, his whole thing is to really work hard. That right hand was perfect. It's a miracle he really got up because it's cold, and he got cold and caught right when he wasn't looking. Right there.
And Freddie, what was strange about that is Delgado looked over to his corner almost inquisitively, and then we learned, you know, between rounds through your translation, he wasn't sure he got knocked out.
It was so fast.
All right, round number 2.
How he spent that first half of the first round just walking around without punching, I'll never know.
This is scheduled for 12. Most thought Hearns' career was finally over following the battering it took from Iran Barkley in '92, but here he is again, resurrected, fresh. Oh, Delgado landing, and that's got this crowd alive.
And that's what he said he wanted to do, just play it out.
And now he's swarming, smothering Hearns.
He's not a pretty puncher, Delgado, but he is a swarmer.
Awkward in his effectiveness, as Bobby Chez might say.
And Hearns continues to have the same defect he's had the last 2 or 3 years. He gets to the ropes and he quits punching. He did that with Barkley. Delgado just took a hammering shot from Hearns, but back he comes.
Well, he went into this fight saying it could be high risk for Tommy Hearns, and he had to eat some leather there in that sequence.
I mean, off of what I'm seeing, doesn't look like Delgado punches hard enough to hurt somebody. He's got a big record of knockouts, but I'm wondering about it.
19-2-1 with 18 knockouts, unrated, hasn't fought in over 2 years, had 2 shots at the light heavyweight titles, but lost both against Michael Mora and Prince Charles Williams. Nearly half of his 19 wins by way of first-round knockout. Only one of his 22 fights has gone more than 6 rounds. Down goes Tommy Hearns! Out of nowhere, it's a knockdown for Delgado!
That's what we said was the trouble. He does not have a chin. Tommy Hearns has no chin left.
Less than a minute to go in the second round. Hearns gets up disgusted.
Yeah, he's got to be more than disgusted. He better be off those ropes and fighting. There's no reason for Hearns to be on the rope taking those punches.
Tommy Hearns, and perhaps...
Oh, that gave an unnecessary warning right there.
And perhaps send him into retirement. Less than 30 seconds to go in the second. And again, he's got Hearns in some difficulty. Flailing away is the challenger Delgado, unheralded.
Again. Oh, what a shot.
Hearns with a solid right. But what a toe-to-toe furious exchange we've got on our hands here.
Now it's Hearns. That's what Hearns has got to do. Punch with this guy. He can't lay on the ropes and get hit. What a round.
What an explosion.
Saying tie him up. He's not saying punch and knock this guy out. He's saying tie him up. All right, let's take a look at how he got in trouble, because it seemed to come from nowhere, but it wasn't from nowhere. This guy was punching. There it is. There's a good one. There's another good one. You see, that's what started to get Hearns in trouble. Now comes the knockdown. Well, it was, you know, it didn't look like that hard a punch to knock him down. It's just that Tommy can't take a punch. It wasn't that big or that perfect a punch.
Hearns visibly shaken, wobbled to his corner. We're set to begin round 3. Too much gunk Vaseline on the face of Freddie Delgado. His trainer, Braulio Rodriguez, who trained Jose Revolta, has to get it off.
That's too much time.
Really?
Too much time.
All right, finally we get this round underway. Each has been knocked down. Delgado went down to the first, Hearns in the second.
Delgado has nothing on his punches right now. Those are nothing punches. They're not hurting. They're just tapping. It's going to allow Hearns to step back and let fly, which he should do if he's got anything left. Tommy's too good a fighter to let himself get trapped like this by a swarming guy that's not half his talent. That's what happens when you've been a very famous fighter for a very long time. We saw it with Chavez. We saw it with everybody's career from Sugar Ray to Robinson down.
Well, Showtime is the network of upsets. How many upsets have we seen over the years? Many, many upsets. Hard right hand by a chopping right by Delgado. That staggered Hearns.
This is where Hearns has got. This is where Hearns has got to be right.
Now he opens up. Now he pours it on.
See, that's Hearns from outside. Hearns from outside, punching and knowing how to box, not on the ropes. That's it. Here it is. This is where Hearns is at.
Got the wake-up call. Combination by Hearns. There's that left. Oh, what a jab by Tommy Hearns. Right down the middle. Whoa. Oh, Hearns goes down again. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but that wasn't from a punch. That was from a missed punch. That wasn't from a punch. That was from a missed punch. But look how slowly he got up. Disgustedly.
So that does not count as a knockdown.
You know what that means? That means the legs aren't there.
Yep.
That's what that means. The legs of Tommy Hearns aren't holding him upright.
Let go, Tommy. Let go, baby. Let's go.
What a wild fight this has turned out to be.
Hey, this is a tough game to hang in there for a long time. Tommy Hearns is learning that lesson right now. It's not easy to come back when you've been off. It's not easy.
Tommy Hearns, 35 years old.
Now here's Hearns again on the rope doing exactly what he shouldn't do. There he is
He's in
again.
trouble. He's in trouble again.
He is in trouble. He's in
Delgado
trouble.
lowering the boom, looking to finish Hearns off. He's not stepping back to admire. He wants to go in for the finish.
He's not, and Hearns has nothing on his punches right now.
And his legs are wobbling.
His legs very unsteady. They're right above us. His legs were buckling. Oh,
big
great
left hook.
shot.
Big left hook by Tommy Hearns. That caught Delgado flush.
You know what? A younger Tommy Hearns, that would have been the end of the fight.
But Delgado just keeps coming back.
Boy, Delgado's got nothing on his punches, but he's still standing there throwing them. He just hit him with the elbow. He just hit him with the shoulder.
And the warning from the referee, Lawrence Cole.
Miracle he didn't take a point away. Oh, look at those legs. Look at those legs on Hearns. He just can't hold himself up.
And Delgado continues to punch after the bell.
Boy, Delgado is tough. Let's listen to Hearns. What can they be telling him?
Take it deep.
You gotta get dig down inside, okay? This round can be the last round if you listen to me. Get on your toes, Tommy. Listen to me, okay? Get on your toes and don't lay in the rope. So the man get a punch and just tie him up. This man is...
Now take a look at how his legs won't support him. That's the perfect example of an aging fighter whose legs aren't going to stand up. And he goes back to the rope. That's where he gets his problem. That's where he gets hit. He did the same thing with Alvin Barkley. That's how he got knocked out with Sugar Ray Leonard. Every time he goes against the ropes, it's all over for Hearns.
Let's go, coaches.
But of course, it's Tommy Hearns. And when he gets outside, he's a superior boxer, and he's got that savage long punch. I'll tell you one thing, my hat's off to Delgado. He is taking some shots. We've been all calling Tommy Hearns' name because he's a charismatic fighter. But it's Delgado that's making this fight.
Tommy Hearns will have to summon up every ounce of energy and every ounce of experience here to win this fight.
Well, he's on his toes, trying to get his legs back to working again. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see.
Round four.
Punching from out here. That's what he's going to do.
Delgado just comes right back.
But Delgado can't take too many of those long shots anymore. He is completely starting to wear out.
Let go, Tommy. Let go.
See, he shouldn't be here. He should let him go.